here, and welcome back. I was going to mention, I'm filming a lot of these in a row in a very hot isolation booth. So if you see me just get sweatier and more ragged looking, that's why. There's no fan in here to keep the sound as pure as possible. So I'm just in my own little echo list. There's no echo in here, thankfully. But there's also no AC in here. Bear with me here and enjoy, hopefully, where you're playing, which is nice and cool, I really hope. Today, we're going to build on the last couple days. I've been talking a lot about muscle memory, and that's really what we're trying to do. When I talk about learning body, mind, spirit, the first thing we're going after with learning through the body is developing this muscle memory. When my first instrument I mentioned before, it was the guitar. And the reason that I got very, very good at the guitar very quickly, this was when I was 16 years old, is because all I did was sit there and it didn't have anything plugged in, but I would be going through those shapes, when I was first learning my chords. And then later on, when it came to lead, it didn't matter what else I was doing. If my hands weren't occupied, they were occupied with the guitar, just sitting there running through the shapes, running through the shapes, running through the shapes. That has been the shortcut to learning other instruments, to learning, other things in general, is learning it with my body first. And I want you to have that exact same shortcut. So today we're going to keep on that, and we're going to put that top four and that bottom four together. We already have mentioned that we're keeping that covered and we're keeping that covered. So we're just going to run from the top. And we're going to go up and down and up and down. I want to teach you another shortcut, and this is to do that exercise along with a metronome. You can get a metronome for free online. You could get an app on your phone. You can pull something up on the computer that will work as a metronome. And what you want to do is set the beats per minute. So a metronome is something that goes click, 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 click on a set, steady rhythm. And as we are learning the muscle memory, a good shortcut is to also be ingraining good time into your body as well. It can be debatable, is good rhythm, good time, is that a mind thing? Is that a body thing? I personally do believe that it is a body thing. You feel that time, you feel it in my hands. It's my hands that can feel that sense of time and rhythm. Even if my mind is something that's thinking about it and turning it into something, less abstract and more tangible. So you're going to set the metronome, and I only have the phone that I'm using in here to record this, or I would show you, but set the metronome to say 65 beats per minute or whatever you're comfortable with. And you are just going to try and go. And if you're not following it, slow it down just a tad. There's no right or wrong. The only wrong I would say is going too fast. It's way better to go slow than it is to try and go. The thing is, even if it seems like maybe you can kind of keep up with it, you're not really learning that ingrained sense of time. It's actually harder to go slow. So start it as slow as feels comfortable to you, that you can get every single note. And as you feel more comfortable, you can turn that metronome up a few beats per minute. Try it again, turn the metronome up a few beats per minute. There is no greater musical hack, than playing along with a metronome. A metronome is a tool that helps ingrain that sense of timing and rhythm into your body in a way that nothing else can. even though as we progress and play and improvise, we are kind of playing around with the beat. Maybe we're, when I say the beat, let's say the beat is the metronome, right? Click, click, click. So we may not end up playing uber robotically where we're playing or whatever. We're playing around with the beat. Maybe we're a little on top of the beat. Maybe we're behind the beat, etc. But if you don't know what the beat is or where the beat is, you can't ever do that because you don't have that feel of the beat to play around with it in the first place. So this is the absolute best thing possible, is to do these practices along with a metronome. Back in my rock and roll days, it was me and two brothers were the main band, and we would hire our backline. So we'd hire drums and we'd hire a bass player. And we had different guys over the years, but one of the best bass players we ever had, he was this really young guy. If we were, say, in our little tour van or whatever, he had his bass and he had a metronome in his ear and he was just running through stuff. And he was always tight, he was always great with the beat, and he had a sense of rhythm that a lot of guys don't have, because all the talent in the world doesn't take the place of having that ingrained sense of rhythm and that ingrained sense of knowing where the beat is. So that is your assignment for today, is you're going to run through this major scale / minor scale. Up and down, along with a metronome. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.